Why, hello there, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. My name is Mark, and welcome back to another episode of the Rogue-a-thon, the series where I play roguelike games from my Steam library, while also talking about the design. So first, I'm going to be playing through a run or two, showcasing the game as a whole, and then I will give my overall thoughts on the game as a whole. Haste, very fast game is all I'll say. You like 3D Sonics? Well, this is the roguelike of 3D Sonics. Right? Yeah, there we go. This one caught my attention already a while back because I think I saw some footage of it just roaming around on the internet, and then I got to play the demo at GDC not too long ago, and then the game just came out. So I played it, and oh my goodness, I have so much to say about this game, so get ready for a rant when we get there. But I definitely first want to showcase the game a little bit. And I did just finish the game in its entirety. So I have a full good view of the game, and currently on Steam, I'm part of the 3% who have cleared the game. So that's pretty cool. Again, I have so much to talk about. I really do think I've gone through, like, honestly, a really, really good amount of the game to really have a solid idea on it as a whole. So I'm pretty excited to share my thoughts on this when we get there. But first, of course, so this is the hub, and what a wonderful hub this is indeed. And you can see we are zooming right now. So again, like, don't forget, I got a lot of meta progression unlocked, so clearly right now I'm moving way faster than you usually would start off with. So don't worry, you don't go that fast at the beginning, because right now it's pretty hard to keep track of. Oh my gosh, like, you're gonna get lost. Woo, it is. I'm kidding, of course. This is how fast you can go without any speed buffs and everything. So yeah, this is pretty much what you're going to get throughout this game. Now, it's fun because when you see just this kind of gameplay, even inherently right now, you get a very clear idea of, what to expect, but how good is the rest, like how's the level design going to be? How are the roguelike elements going to be, fights, the runs, all this stuff, you can get a very clear idea of what to expect from just the mechanics, but how interesting does it get when you start a run? Well, that's what we're going to go see together. But first, of course, I do have to make sure that we pay tribute to our cookie lord and savior. Bada bing, bada boom. Voila. And so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just play through the very first level, which I haven't done in a hot second, so I wonder how it's going to be. Then I might play a harder level, and then I will give my rant and potentially continue playing after that, because it is pretty enjoyable. Although, spoiler, it could be even more enjoyable if you ask me. But before that, I didn't even know that those shards actually had a hole in them. Yoink! Nice. All right, and we're just thrown right into it. So here we go. And yep, you're just trying to run from one place to the other. Now, there are a few things you can do along the way. I have a little, like, paraglider that lets me not only get an extra jump, but also gives me a little bit of speed when I use it. Now, you don't actually start with the paraglider. You actually usually start with a... Also, how loud is the music? Music is okay, right? It might be a little too loud. I might bring it down. Okay, cool. Let me actually see how loud it is real quick. Okay, cool. Let me actually see. I have a little, like, it's not too loud. Okay, cool. I'll leave it as is then. I wasn't sure. Yerk. All right, and back with it. What's up, CT? Are you in for a little fun, blasty time here with this gameplay? You collect shards. Shards is going to be your currency throughout the runs. That allows you to get more items, because again, this is a roguelike, so you're going to find some items. You're trying to get the faster you go through your little level, the more shards you will get at the end. So you're trying to collect them, but you're also trying to go as fast as possible. In order to go faster and faster, there's a few different ways of doing that, which we'll be touching on in just a bit. I just want to say, I called Enter the Gungeon 2 when they discounted the game. You totally did! And I told you, if I remember correctly, I think I said there's no way, because they said they weren't going to do it. You are absolutely correct about that, CT. I think I remembered that very specifically. Yeah, good job. I mean, again, you weren't there last week's streams when I talked about it, but a little bit concerned about the game visually. I'm not too sure how I feel about the 3D vibe so far, but again, this was only a teaser, so we'll see. But hey, at least it's not a different team, so I'm excited for that. But you definitely called it. All right. So, as usual, this you have your... Oops, I did not mean to press that. It's okay, I can cancel it. All right, there are a few things. There are events, there's shops, there's elites, and that's about it, actually. Grab the content of the bag, get a random item. Let's see what random item we get. We received a rare one. Cooldown, 10% chance to restore 100 health every 4 seconds. So you have health, I just saw, so that's cool. It gives us a little potential way of getting some health back. I'm gonna cancel the automated cancel path. You will remove your current selected path and be able to select a new one. Yes, sounds good. Cool. All right, and we're back. Okay, so once again, collect as many shards as possible while going as fast as possible. Now, I believe, again, I am playing on the first level right now, like difficulty, I mean. There are different worlds, I guess you could say it, and this is the easiest one, so there's not going to be that, it's not going to be super, super hard. Later shards, is what they're called, are extremely hard in this game. I actually just started playing this game right after they released their first major patch, which is really cool. They really patched the game very quickly, and they fixed a lot of things that apparently the community had issues with. And so I only started playing the game after a lot of people addressed their issues with the last patch, and I have my own issues that I will be touching on once I do my rant. But overall, I would say that from what I've seen of the patch, even though I didn't play how it was before, I think they did a pretty good job of listening to the feedback of the players and all. So I appreciate that. Hello, Mark. I got more sick. No, what? That's not how it's supposed to go. You're supposed to get better. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh shoot, man. Ugh. Well, how are you feeling? You okay though? I mean, are you still like crazy sick? Is it getting better? Hey, finally made it to a stream. Been having a lot of fun with this game. Yeah, me too. I have so much to talk about when I get to my rant in about 45 minutes. I have so many notes about this game. A lot of positives, a lot of negatives that I think can be addressed. And again, those are my own issues, but I'm not gonna spoil it. But I have a lot that I'm excited to talk about because I finished the game, so I have a really clear idea of what to expect from it. So we're gonna do a shop, then we're gonna do a normal, then we're gonna do an elite, elite's path, I guess. So what do you got for me? And also I want to make sure that I'm not lagging. I'm gonna have to buy a new GPU for my computer, which I'm not looking forward to. On enter fragment, 20% boost for 10 seconds is pretty solid. Cooldown, 2 sparks. No thank you. Every 25 spark pickup, gain a boost, and you're invulnerable. Woo! Yes, that sounds good. I want that. Oh well, whatever. Yo! Feels like a nuclear test site. Ugh. Oh shoot, I'm seeing that I was lagging for a bit, but maybe I'm okay. All right, so now we got an item where, after we collect enough sparks, we get a boost, and boost is increased speed, as you could imagine. So you can see how you can actually see how many sparks I've already collected right now. Woo! And now we're invincible, and we go super fast for a short time. But honestly, that's all you need in this game. Let's grab more sparks this way. We got another boost. Looking good. One thing I've noticed is that I think a lot of people in the community actually do not like the item that I'm using. They prefer the hoverboard, which I think is cool because I think the floating takes a lot of skill to use correctly, but I think it's by far the best. I think it's way better than the hoverboard because you can actually, people think it's just an extra jump. No, you can use it for speed if you use it correctly. See, right now I got it perfect because I aimed my jump correctly accordingly. With this game myself, a bit of fun of the speed and traversal keeps me coming back to it. Yeah, for sure. All right, we got an elite fight. Is how I I mean, you could count this. You can see it however you want, but this is pretty much the hard portion here. But you get an item for doing this. I hate these things. They're really hard to know where they spawn. Woo! Oh my goodness, double sparks. Holy macaronis. We're going fast, baby. Okay. Oh, up. Okay. And again, like if you use your wings perfectly, you can get so much speed. Everybody thinks it's all about the hoverboard. No. Let me tell you, it's all about it's all about those wings. You just gotta use it correctly. Took me a while. That was like one of the most rewarding aspects of this game is getting familiar with the wings. You can really, really do some crazy stuff with the wings. Exactly. All right, what do we got? On taking damage, rewind yourself 5 seconds in time. Yeah, it's actually whatever. But the other two are... Again, I'm playing on easy difficulty, so it doesn't really matter. Woo! Okay, whatever. I just wanted to showcase that thing. That's why. All right, more speed. See, like you get constant perfects. Okay, well, except right now. But like, if you play really well with the wings, you can really get a lot more good scores, and you can really chain them together. The idea with the wings, you really want a lot of energy, which is how you refill it. Currently, we did not get many items that give you that. Unfortunately, we got a lot of items that give us... Well, we only got a couple items. And they give us, like, speed and stuff, which is fine, but I'm looking for energy, because then I can abuse the wings to really go crazy with speed. Look at that! Who wants a hoverboard where you can just do this? Yeah, the idea is just you just flap it right before you land to really get your momentum going. Look at that! Look at that! It's beautiful! It's beautiful! Okay, we have a lot of money, so we're gonna go again to another elite. Then we'll go over here. Yeah, we'll do this. Well, actually, we'll see after how much money we have after to see if it's even worth going for the shop. I hope I'm not lagging, or that I'm not desyncing. Let me know if I'm desyncing, because I've been having some issues with my computer. Again, I'm planning on buying a very expensive GPU to hopefully fix it. The problem is I don't know if it will, but so if I'm desynced, let me know. Hopefully I'm not. I really hope not. All right, let's get some speed going. Yes. Ooh, I am out of energy though. Okay, yeah, that's why I wanted some energy items. I'm gonna take some damage. That's fine. Yeah, it's good. Cool. Nice. Nice. Man, you know, the thing is, even with the amount of issues I have with this game, just look at how satisfying this is, especially when you play it well. Man, like, it feels so good. There's a lot of sparks up there, but what are you gonna do? Nice, yes. Nice. Cool. Woo. Haven't used any item after getting the one you're using. Useful for getting more perfect landings. Oh yeah, seriously. But also speed. I think people are not using it correctly. I think you can really get insane amount of speed. Oh yeah, it's gonna be like $600. It is. Yep. Is the price? Yeah. For me, I think the console price is fine, all things considered. But the gaming price is really what's screwing everything. This game has great vibes. It has amazing vibes. Yes, very much. While running fast, you have more health. I don't care. On active, stick to the ground. This one is weird. It can actually backfire hard. Do you have a way of healing? Yeah, I do have a way. Well, I can get like 50% boost speed at all times. This one's not great. I'm just gonna reroll. Wait, actually, no, I'm not gonna reroll. I'm just gonna use the other shop. Woo! Oh, we are doing this. All right. More speed. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Yep. Got it. A little flappy here. Get some more speed. More speed right there. Black hole. Like I care. I got it. All good. Man, seriously, like once you're comfortable with the mechanics of this game, you feel so awesome, I've got to say. speed. I am a little light on speed. Another black hole. Don't mind if I do. Yep. Only got a good. More sparks. Yeah, baby. Woo! Easy. All right, another item. What do you got for me? Gain. Oh, another one of those. Not so great. Per point of energy used, restore health. No, I'm looking for ways to get more. Okay, whatever. Let's do it twice. Now we get a lot of this stuff. We're gonna go very fast. Let's go like this. Diamonds in the rough. Item cost reduction. Okay. All right. What do you got for me? Let's do this. So when I land perfectly, I'm invulnerable for a second. An active that lets me run fast. Whatever I want. Okay, and I think, oh yeah, one more level. And then we'll have, woo. Oh, we're gonna go fast, baby. And then we'll have the boss. So I'm not gonna show the final level, obviously, because I'm not gonna spoil. I don't want to spoil anything, but I am gonna play like a bit of a harder level after this, just to showcase the difficulty and the different things you can come across. Because right now this is pretty easy, all things considered. We are going very fast with the with our additional like gain more boost for collecting a bunch of sparks. Woo boy. We're at 150. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, even faster. Let's go. Go. Easy. All right, boss time. Ready for the boss? Where is he? He's over there probably. Let's go. Kill that boss. Jumper. Screw you, Jumper. More like you're deader to me. So the idea is evade all this stuff, obviously. And get to the jumper and bonk. Gonna fly away and you're just gonna try to find him again. While not getting hit by stuff. It's actually, I actually think the first jumper is pretty fun. Other iterations of it can be a little bit more annoying, but we got a big wave coming up. Where are you? He's over there. Hey, jumper! Jump that! That was good. I'm pretty happy with it. Actually, it was my script, but I didn't even have to read it. Cool. Alright, let's go fast. Okay. Woo! Alright. There we go. Can't take damage while I'm vulnerable. Woo, gosh. Okay, that was close. Oh, I actually still got a good. Nice. Yeah, that's fine. Still got a perfect there. That's kind of lucky. And done. There you go. So now that I finished the level, we can finish the shard. Shard complete. Just be done. Go back to the hub. Or you can play endless mode. I'm going to be honest from the start. I mean, I know I'm keeping a lot of my criticism and like specific details when I do my rant. The endless mode sucks. They should completely revamp the endless mode because it's just running. And it's not even continuous running. It's still like new levels, but you don't get new items. So why? Why? Like all those shards I'm collecting, it serves no purpose. There's no more money. It's just we do this until we die, and it goes. I mean, again, like the clock is behind us. Like it gets harder and harder because there's more things. Like there's something following us from the back, but like I'm so sad that the endless mode does not have any shops. and that it's not continuously running, I think that would be much more fun. Like kind of like a I think it would be really cool if it was like a temple run, right? That game, whatever it's called. I think it is called Temple Run. In this instance, I think it'd be much more fun. But yeah, so I do not like the endless mode, and I hope they change that. Now, to be honest, the endless mode just got released. That was not a feature, so I don't think many people like, you know. So right now, like, we just continue. We just go to another level and we continue doing this. So you can't take damage while invulnerable. Sorry, I guess that makes sense. Sorry, I'm trying to read. Is there a board-only build? Yeah, I mean, the thing is, there's not that many builds in this game. There's just preferences, really. I mean, I do think there's some items that are much more impactful than others. But I mean, I think most people use the board. I mean, I'm not too... I didn't really follow too much, like, what people play in this game. But I know that... I feel like, from what I've read on Steam and everything, that a lot of people think that this that the board is the only viable ability, when actually think this is by far the best, which is cool. It really shows that there's like a lot of skill involved in the way you play this, especially late game, right? Because like late game, you're gonna have enough speed anyway through your like using all the items and everything. Those two Zelda games, yeah, they took a second. That's fair. All right. We're going fast. We're going fast. Ooh, this level's going to be interesting. I have to find a good place to land. There we go. All right. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Now it's getting a bit more tricky. Okay, got a little wind. Man, I really wish I had more energy things, because then I could really constantly be flapping my wings. That's okay, I have a lot of perfects, so. But the only way I can regain energy is by doing good landings, so I have to really be paying attention to making sure that I have a lot of perfects. But again, like, using my energy is how I get more perfects, so, you know. I feel like I'm always, like, lagging when switching to a new loading screen, and usually that desyncs me, but I'm not desynced, am I, right? I don't know why. That's kind of interesting. It's a different reason why it's lagging, but it's only for the loading screen, so it's not bad. I wonder how far I'll be able to go in this endless, because usually it does catch up pretty quickly. Ooh, these are... Okay, I got it perfect right there. Right here. I almost got it. There you go. Okay. Okay. Again, like, oh man, why can't Endless just be harder and harder, but you can still get items? That's the most fun part of the game. I'm so sad that Endless is just running. We already do that the entire game. I know, like, we already are constantly running. Why can't we just get more fun stuff after clearing your shard? Because the shards are very short in general. Careful there. Oh, we got the explosions. These guys are rough, because you can't really see where they land a lot of times, but I think we're okay. Yeah, we're good. Ooh. Can't see too much right now, but it's all good. Okay. Okay. Also, you don't get anything for doing Endless. You don't get, like, any currency. It's just for fun, but it's not really fun. It's just the same thing. So, anyway, it's a shame, because I think Endless could be really fun if they put more thought into it. Like, once you're comfortable with the game, this is, like, you get into a flow where, even though it looks very hectic, like, everything makes sense to me, you know? And do I mean very slightly? That's probably from the beginning. But that's good to know, thank you. It does look yeah, it looks pretty intense, especially since right now we have a pretty solid build, all things considered. We are pretty fast. Nice, I got a nice perfect there. Ooh, I'm not gonna be able to get those gems correctly. Yeah, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Right there. I thought it was gonna be perfect. I'm trying to get that. Nice. Right there. And another perfect. Good. Right there. I almost got it. There you go. Nice. Thanks to the wings, because wings are OP. Alright, let's go faster. Invulnerability, baby. Nice. Okay, we're good. We're good. I'm losing speed. I think I'm gonna get caught up by the bad stuff. If you start hearing the music going crazy, that means that we need to go faster, because the thing is gonna catch up. Yeah, you can see the shards on the right and left. Oh gosh. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. We need to go faster. 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 And get a good start. Oh no, that's enough. I didn't see that there was a. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Nice. Okay. Should be better. Okay. Ooh, okay, no, it is getting dangerous. We're definitely getting close to dying here. But it's okay. We're okay. Okay, I got an okay, but didn't get a. Oh shoot! I'm out of energy. Shoot! I'm out of energy. Okay, thank goodness for that. But I'm still out of energy. I can't do anything without energy. I've never seen that. That is funny. Also, when you die, you start the level over, which I hate. One of my biggest complaints of the game so far. The fact that when you die, you just have to restart the level makes no sense to me. But I will talk about that more a little bit later. All right, we need to go faster. No, I just used my thing. I don't have enough energy. My problem is I don't have enough energy. I didn't get enough energy items to... Come on. Yeah, not enough energy. Oh my gosh, the rewind! Come on! Come on! No, also, I don't understand why if you just take too long in that thing, you just die, even if you have health. What's the point of health then? It's like, I hate that. Like, it shouldn't be like that. There's no way I'm surviving this. I don't have enough energy. Also, there's no sparks. Where are the sparks? I need to get sparks to go faster. Where are the sparks? Saw some sparks there. Not enough sparks. Where are they? Okay, I have one flap left. No. That screwed me so hard. It's okay. We got a good. That's. Oh gosh, we got an okay. That's bad. That might be it. Speed boost. Speed boost. Come on. Come on. No. Oh my gosh, no. I don't know how I feel about this. Please. Oh my gosh. Come on. Come on. Sparks. Sparks. Give it to me. Yes. Come on. I need more sparks. Ah! Okay. Can I survive the next level? Here we go. We gotta go fast. Come on. We need to get some sparks early. I'm not seeing any sparks. We need to get constantly some... Okay, that's good. That's good. It's gonna make me go faster. Okay. Okay, this is looking pretty good right now. Looking good. Looking good. Try to conserve as much energy as possible. Okay, thank goodness. Oh gosh, it's catching up. Need more sparks? Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. Okay. Looking good. Let's grab that. Okay, full energy for next level. Okay, okay, here we go, here we go. Sorry, I will answer. I will look at chat in just a moment once I'm done with this because I didn't think I would survive this long. All right, let's bump. Let's boost. Get a perfect. Looking for sparks right there. Perfect. Okay. Wings here. Yeah, I was worried about that, but it's still worth it, I think. Ooh, that was a little late. It's okay. Okay. Nice. Got 2 good wings. Okay. I thought it was going to be perfect, but that's okay. Okay. Still good. Still don't know how far behind this thing is, but... Ooh, I actually didn't think I would take damage there. Okay. It's okay. 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 Alright. Here. Yeah. Ooh, that was almost bad. Are you gonna get the Nintendo Switch? And if yes, what exclusive games catches your eyes? So, I am not gonna get the Switch. For a few reasons. First of all, I am not a console person. The only console I have is a Steam Deck. I am very much a PC person my entire life. And so, yeah, it's just not for me, but I do have a lot of my friends and like a lot of people I know are going to have it, and I'm definitely going to be like, you know, paying very close attention to what everything that happens with it, because obviously it is a very important console in the industry. But so yeah, not interested. Mostly, again, because I'm not into consoles, but also screw Nintendo. I really hate them. I mean, they do games very well, but they hate their consumer base. It's just so sad how disrespectful, honestly, they can be. They just do not care about their They don't care about their consumers, and I just don't really like that. I've never liked Nintendo in that regard, even though I think they're absolute geniuses in terms of game design, which is kind of unfortunate. So I really respect their designers. I hate the higher-ups. So I don't really want to give money to them, is one aspect of it as well. But if I was interested in the game, in the console, the new Souls-like definitely piques my interest, by like a lot. Otherwise, I mean, if there's a new Smash eventually, that will also... Yeah, that was pretty poor to take. If there's a new Smash, obviously, that will be something I'll very much look forward to. Yeah, hope that answers the question. The DK stuff, the 3D, I'm just gonna go there. Yeah, the 3D, platformers, they're cool, they're just not really something I'm gonna buy a console for. Does that make sense? Okay. Still have a lot of energy. I have to keep track of my energy because, again, this is definitely the record as to how far I've been able to go on Endless. Okay, I wasn't sure if I could actually beat that. Ooh, I lost a lot of time. Yeah, I can see the thing coming up like... Oh, that wasn't okay. That's bad. I need to use my boost. And I need to get a good perfect here. Nice, okay, I got it. Okay. Okay, we recovered. But any mistake and we're probably dead, so we have to be very careful. Okay, we still have 100% of our energy coming into the next level, which is good. I see myself always getting lagged out right before starting a level, but it's still fun apparently. Oh gosh. Oh no! Okay, thank goodness. It's okay, I had to take it. I thought I was gonna get it perfect there. Oh, there's no place to get perfect. Oh my gosh, yeah. No! Oh, darn it. But again, the endless mode I just did serves absolutely no purpose, which is so unfortunate. There's just nothing you get. It's just for fun. But the whole game is that. Why would I want to do endless when I can just do a shard and actually get currency and have like actual progression? It's just, I don't know. I don't get it. Cool. That was cool though. Cool. I got an achievement. Oh my gosh. I don't know what I got, but complete a shard with only S ranks. Oh, cool. Sick. All right. For me at least, is Donkey Kong, yeah. Yeah, I mean, just getting the console for just one game is a little tough, I would say. This guy here, is this a racing roguelike or something like that? Pretty much. Well, it's not racing against yourself. It's just go fast. It's Sonic. It's 3D Sonic, but roguelike. I won't be getting the Switch 2 until much later into its life once it's in the game are hopefully cheaper. Yeah, and I think a lot of people are going to be thinking that way. Not to mention, again, with... I'm not going to get into politics, but like with the whole, like, what's going on with the tariffs and everything, I don't expect it to get any cheaper. And I don't think most of us are going to have a lot of money in the following years if you live in the US. Sorry to say that. So, bad timing for a lot of people to buy a Switch. Again, without getting into details, obviously, but not the best time to buy an expensive console with expensive games when the country is in such a weird state. Right now, they feel they can do whatever they want if it means making fans not happy. Yeah, the thing is, they can get away, they will get away with this. That's the problem, is that they can do anything, they'll get away with it. The problem is, like, and that's not, the point is that they should not be doing this in the first place. Just, we get it, you can get more money. Yes, you can. Can you please not? Like, come on, during this time? It's so annoying. Upgrade Santa. Do I have enough for Santa? That'd be sick. 2 clicks then, 1 for a win. Oh, you're right, a win. You're absolutely right. Woo, day 1 Switch 2 emulation. Yeah, probably. My last console was the PS2. Been a PC gamer ever since. Ayo. Again, yeah, for me it's the Steam Deck, which is a good console, honestly. Well, I mean, if you are like if you're a PC guy, then obviously Steam Deck is the way to go. Also, what do we have here? Man, we're doing pretty good in terms of what we're buying here. 3.8 Quadra. Yeah, 11. We're not there yet for that. Should I grab their ritual rolling pins? I think I should, right? So I can just get this going, because I still don't know what you get from getting the research. So I definitely want to do it. That's 1 click, and then I'll get another antimatter to try to get more stuff going. Yeah, it's an extra like 20 billion per second. Not too shabby. 20 billion cookies, you know. It's not bad, not bad. How far you were into the Santa upgrade streak? Yeah, no, we're doing pretty good. But again, like, we're not too far off. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Quadrillion. Never mind. No, we're super far off. Okay, so new research. I mean, we might end up getting Legacy soon, right? Because there's not too much left for me to do. I feel like maybe getting these guys. I mean, depending on how soon I can get quadrillions, there's a lot of powerful things here, but it's gonna take a second though, you know. So doing crazy mode on the Wii U, and we saw how that went. Really hope the Switch 2 flops hard. And the thing is, it sucks because again, like, the developers of the games are fantastic. There are, oh gosh, it's so frustrating to have like teams of just geniuses in this company just get completely screwed by the higher ups. It's so frustrating. Yes, there's a part of me that wants the Switch 2 to flop hard at the beginning, but then think about all the developers who's like, see, like, that's how because again, like, for those of you who don't know, I work with Capcom for a lot of their AAA games as their lead voice actor engineer, and luckily enough, Capcom has been doing pretty good in terms of like AAA reputation, which I'm very thankful for. But man, like when like Monster Hunter was released or Street Fighter was released, and I spent 2 years working on Monster Hunter. Man, when like if I just saw like, oh, they decide to bump up the price to 80 and everybody just downvotes it on Steam, and that's 2 years of my life that is now being completely downvoted on Steam because the higher ups just want to screw us. It's just so annoying. And luckily enough, it didn't happen. I mean, even though, like, yeah, actually, Monster Hunter is doing pretty bad on Steam. I think but that's just because of performance stuff, which is always the case, and they suck at dealing with that. But at least, you know, performance stuff is gonna get better, and it's not a great thing. Well, actually, it is a great thing, to be honest, because they should have not released it after spending so many years working on it while it wasn't ready. Come on, Capcom, do better. But yeah, you know what I mean. The Steam Deck is kind of expensive to buy in Brazil. I really? That's surprising. I mean, in comparison to other things, I don't know. But I mean, if you're a PC gamer and you have like, I mean, for me, it's a no-brainer that I have to get a Steam Deck. I have upwards of 300 games on my Steam library, I think, and a lot of my work I do for this channel is playing video games, and I have to play a lot of these games. So sometimes when I'm on a trip, I have to play this game. It's perfect, you know. I suppose we should see a rise in sea shanties and eye patches in the coming months and years. That's the spirit. All right, so what I'm going to do, just for fun, I'm going to play one of the harder levels, and then I'm going to... do my rant. Let's do... what do you guys want? Do you want snow or desert? First person in chat, snow or desert? This is snow, and desert is over there. Snow! You got it. Snow is over there. And I'll see. So there's 10 difficulties. So let's see if I can get like a mid-high. That'd be sweet. So let's see. This is level... Oops, wrong button. Please don't put me at the very beginning. Okay, that's fine. Level 9. Ooh. Should I play level 9 or is that too spoilery? I mean, again, there's not much spoilers, to be honest, outside of the final level, which has a very specific thing. I mean, they're all pretty much the same. It's just different difficulties. And the final, like, you have repeated bosses. So this will be the third variation of a boss. So it's the harder version of it. But honestly, I mean, unless people really don't want me to play level 9, which, again, not much spoilers in this game outside of the final level. So I think I'm going to do it because I think it's just interesting to see the difficulty. Here we go. Okay. Does the biome count or is it only visual? Sorry, shoot. Bad start. Oh gosh. Wait. Jeez. Okay. I should not have read chat when I thought it was. I didn't realize it was going to be like bullets instantly. Does the biome start? Okay, I'm going to start over. Does the biome? It doesn't actually matter. It does not matter. The only thing about the biome is just the visuals and the things you get at the end, like the boss you fight at the end. I will not be playing this game for my ADHD's sake, so I don't care about my spoilers. Fair enough. Again, I won't be playing the final level. There's a full story in this game. They put a lot of effort into the story. Which again, I have so many notes. Like, I'm very excited to get into my rant for this game in particular. That was a terrible landing. Oh my gosh, wait, this is a terrible start. Okay, sorry. I got it. This is a tough level. Holy. I just need to get going a little bit. I think I'm gonna lose a life here. I'm not going fast enough. I got a good. That's not great. Wow, what a terrible layout. What the hell is this layout? Holy. That is so... I mean, holy, that is one of the hardest layouts I've seen on this shard. That is crazy. Okay, a little bit of concentration. Concentration, sorry. I only got a good. That's kind of low. I got a perfect here. Probably a perfect here, but I had to use a flap, which is not great. Yeah, what is this layout? Holy. My goodness. Oh, what the hell was that? Did you see the fake out on the hole? Seriously, like, you'll see in just a moment. Like, once we get past this level, the other levels are not that bad. Oh my gosh. Well, we're not gonna get any points. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I wasn't planning on getting many sparks anyway, but jeez. Alright, we're still gonna go... actually, I think I'm gonna go this way. Get the elite still. Alright. Yeah, look even just right now how much easier this is. This is how it's supposed to be. What the hell was that last level? Holy. Look. The difference. Yeah, sometimes you can kind of get screwed by RNG in that regard. They did actually... That was apparently a big issue. Ooh, I went a little too early. They apparently did address it, and so apparently I'm seeing a better version of it. Which, to be honest, it's rare to get screwed that bad by that. That was unfortunate. That was my fault. Ah, double good. Eesh. All right. Well, should hopefully at least get like a C or D. Oh, I got an A. Really, that was generous. Okay, I didn't think I played that well, but fine. Nice. Get some wing action. Ooh, that was very poor. Oh gosh, not these. These are so freaking annoying. Okay, we're good, we're good. I'm out of energy. So have to be very careful here. Okay, do I have enough for a flap? Don't think I... Okay, now I do. I have to use it here, unfortunately. Gosh darn it, I hate... These explosions are so rough. And I start over. Why do you start over when you lose a life? Why? Why does the game do that? I don't get it. Like, I haven't seen anybody complain about it on Steam either. I just find that to be a terrible choice. Like, it just ruins the pacing, and I don't care about starting the level again. I just want... I don't want to redo the same thing. I feel like lives should just be like you lose it, and you stop time, and then you have to readjust, and you move forward. It also makes bosses way more annoying, because if you just don't have a good build, and you're just gonna lose 3 times in a row. That's it. As opposed to like being, like rewarded for keeping health at the end. It doesn't matter if you have like 10 health or 1. If you have a bad build, you're just gonna lose. Which I just think is really not enjoyable. Similar to Dead Cat and Isaac. So is how I see it. Scarlet Crown, what is up? I mean, it would make sense to go 3 seconds back. Yeah, exactly. That's what I should do. Why do I have to restart the level? Not to mention, which is just poor. Like, I don't think they thought this through very well. But you restart the level, but you keep all of whatever you used. Like, it keeps track of what you've used. It up to when you die. So when you're about to die, hey, Scarlet Crown, 16-month, hell yeah! Thank you so much to becoming a member again. You get to have a click of your choice on the cookie board. Whether it's a time machine, 100 grandmothers, I don't think I can get 100 of those, but 100 of any of these, or anything here, or just a click on the cookie. The choice is yours. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, like, so if you die, and when you restart the level, if you used all your energy and all your actives, they're back to 0. But here's the thing, when you die, odds are you're gonna be using all of your energy because you died. So right before it, you probably use all your energy to not die. So you always start the level with 0 energy. It punishes you for dying even more, which is just not fun. Where are the cursor upgrades? To be honest, Scarlet, we got all the cursor upgrades. We made sure we get all of them. I know, I trust me. I want to have more cursor upgrades. Wait, there's this. There's this. There's this. This one. Senta's Helpers. Clicking is 10% more powerful. I haven't gotten that one. Does that suffice to you? If so, I will get it. Dead Cat also had the benefit of having very real and very strong uses. Yeah, absolutely, you can use it. Okay, I'm glad we're good on that. Boom. Mwah. For Santa, for the clicks, for the cursors. But yeah, I mean, Dead Cat. I like Dead Cat. I like its design. I think the design of Dead Cat is fantastic, actually. But in this instance, it's just kind of annoying. I've been good. I've been really good. Very busy, actually, but very good. Okay, what do we have? So we have no items, right? So we need some good stuff. So health stuff, I don't care. Luck is not useful. These are not good. I mean, fragile tacos is whatever. But I need. Okay, whatever. All right, well, let's go. I worked 48 hours this week. Oh boy. Well, glad you have a second to take a breather. Yeah, I was expecting. So we have no like. Oh, I did not see that one. We have like no speed upgrades or no no energy stuff and no boost stuff. So right now, it's not great. But we do have ways of getting health back now, which is nice. Not like full on health, but you know what I mean. What the hell was that? That was awesome, and you... Oh, man. Alright, fine. Okay, how much? Okay, I have enough energy to actually use it for speed now. There we go. There we go. Cool. Okay, cool. D, that's fine. I mean, again, I don't have a good build right now, so... It's fine. Oh, we got an elite with 1 life left. That's okay. I can do this. Okay, I need to use this for speed because again, elites tracks can really be tough. Oh, that double, that feels good though. Okay, we have a lot of energy. That's great. Go. That was stupid. I was trying to go for a perfect, and I realized I couldn't. It's okay. How much energy do you have? Okay, I have a little bit. Ooh, it's gonna catch up. Oh, that was a bad landing, actually. Oh, really? Oh gosh. Okay, so we should be okay. Yeah. Let's see how well. I'm expecting a C. Is what I'm expecting? Okay. So let's see what items we get. Speed. I need speed or energy. Speed or energy. Slow time. No. Oh. That thing. Dangerous investment. Less spark range pickup, but I gain spark every second. I get 5 spark. And I lose health every time I gain spark. That's... I've never tried it. That sounds like a terrible item. But I'm curious. Let's try it. Oh, you finally finished watching Avatar. What do you think? Tell me everything. Oh gosh, the moment I... Gosh darn it. Like this stuff is... You know what? Do I care about my health? Like what if I don't care about my health? Ow, 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 ow. Ooh. Ow, ow. Okay, how do I get health back again? It's through... Wait. How do I get health back? I forgot what my item was. It's, if landing was perfect. Okay, so I have to get perfect landings to get health back. Got it. Okay. Can I want to go up there. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Worth it. Worth it. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, cool. Still worth it, I think. Oh, yeah, okay, cool. So now we can do... Oh, we can do a double elite into a shop. Let's do the shop, see what we get first. So now we actually want health. I actually like this item. I didn't think about this too far. Gain boost per missing health. That's pretty good. Should I do it again? Oh, I'm totally doing it again. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Wait, I have minus 100% pickup range. Does that mean I can't pick them up, or it is just really, really low range? It's probably just really low range. Whoa! Holy! Scarlet Crown! Disposable income! I choose you! Holy! Thank you so much for the $20! Damn! Oh man, I really appreciate it. But as you saw, I don't know if we have any more clicking. Wait. Random drops are more common. Reindeers are... Damn! I mean, hey, you can bank your click if you want, or you can buy a bunch of cursors, whatever you want, but... Thank you so much. Once again, every dollar goes back into the channel. Really, really appreciate it. Means a lot. Thank you. That's gonna go straight to my GPU, which I'm buying soon. And oh boy, bad timing to buy a GPU. Max cursors, you got it. It's gonna do like nothing, and it's gonna use all of my... Check this out. Boom! It didn't even change the amount that we get. Oh wait, look at that! Oh my gosh, we unlocked a bunch of cursor stuff. Nice. It was the right call. Again, thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. We really appreciate it. You're a genius. Yes, more things to unlock. Those are some pretty good stuff, actually. I liked it. I wish they had given us one episode after the ending to see the immediate effect of everything. That's, yeah. With newfound freedom. I agree. I think that could have been pretty cool in that regard. Well, I mean, I guess Korra kind of looks into that, obviously, but not directly, right? Obviously, Korra being the sequel, but with a different avatar. Korra's good. It has some seasons that are better than others. Like way more so than the Avatar, but I'm glad you finished it. It's a really, really solid game. Cookies. Okay, also very curious about double dangerous investment. I really wish I could buy this. On activate, restore 100 health. That would have been so useful in this instance. Is what you far in the future? Yeah, it's fair. Yeah. But they still talk about stuff that occurred there. Yeah, you should watch it. I think it's still really solid. Do I go for double elite? That seems like a terrible idea. I'm gonna go for one. Take one of the question marks here. Oh, 10% boost. That's actually pretty solid. Okay, elite. Here we go. Ooh. Oh gosh. Okay, I got a good. That's not too shabby. All right, that was a rough level. That was a rough level. I think I'm gonna do my rant now, unless you guys want to see a little bit more now first. Because I have so much to talk about. I'm probably gonna keep on playing after, but. I'm thinking of doing my rant. What should I do? No, I could show also the... I will show the... Oh, I need to buy a new meta progression. I have enough shards for that. I love stopping like that. You! Gimme. So, max energy, item rarity, sparks in fragments is pretty solid, honestly. An extra 40 sparks you find. Max lives, I don't care because of how the system works for lives, which I hate. Get more sparks in levels. Seems like a fun time. What happens if I just dash into a wall? Poor her. Ah! I also wish Zuko was brought on the main cast earlier. Where I fourth because I found myself missing the earlier bad guy of the week episode by the 3rd season. Also wish Zuko was brought on the main cast. Oh! Oh. I see. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, yeah, I like both. I mean, Zuko has such a cool story arc. Yeah, I mean, I can see what you mean, though, for sure. Okay, I'm gonna do my rant, and then I'll come back to this game. No, I'll do another run. So once again, for those of you who don't know, I will be. No, I'm not quitting. Let me quickly do something. And kind of refresh. I think now I should not be desynced anymore, and hopefully it will stay that way. Tough, yeah. I agree. Yeah, true. Because I really love Zuko. Yeah. I can agree with that. Okay. Let's do stream start. There we go. Got my crazy long notes about this game. Okay. Alright, ready? Well, I am. Oh, I forgot I have to turn off the audio because we're going to add some more to that later on. Okay. All right, Haste. Man, what an interesting game. I saw this game, like some footage floating around the internet, a while back at this point, and then I played the demo at GDC, and it was really fun, and I was really looking forward to the full release. And now that it's released, boy oh boy, I have I have a lot of things to say about it. So I'm definitely excited to. That's it. I don't know where I was going with. So as always, first off, I want to talk about some of the audio visuals and the overall vibe of the game, including the lore and story and all that kind of stuff. So visually, the game is really solid for a 3D indie game. Usually those are the ones that I would say are trickier to nail. Art vibe, visually, but I think the game looks and feels really good. The biomes are pretty different from each other visually, which feels pretty awesome. I mean, the environment really does feel like you're just traversing a huge world. Even in the hub, I mean, even just right now, currently, this is just absolutely beautiful. And I just kind of love just running around the hub, just looking at the different areas, not having to worry about anything, just having a jolly old time. So the hub itself is really cool. It's very empty. I do wish there were maybe... I mean, I get the point why it's empty, it's just kind of there to just go from one level to another and just go fast. But I think they could have had some little Easter eggs, some fun little things in there potentially to spice it up a little bit. But in any case, yeah, visually, I think they did a really solid job. I think the VFX are pretty solid. You can really get a good feel when you go faster. The effects around the screen really do make you feel like you're going fast. The fact that your shoes change color the faster you go. These kind of little details are really nice. Now, in terms of the story, they've actually put a lot of effort into the story, and I kind of like it. There's I'm not gonna obviously get into spoilers, but there's a whole mystery the entire game that they're really trying to build up to, and you have a bunch of characters that you're gonna be talking to, and they each have their own little personality. You have your main character, obviously, and it's all done through just reading dialogue with just little sounds that accompany it, like, ha, yeah, oh, what kind of stuff. So it's not full on voice acting, but it still gives each character, a bit of realism, all things considered. I would say that the story is decent, all things considered, and I do like the characters in the story. One of my biggest issue about the story is actually the way that it can sometimes really stop the pacing of the game. Now, obviously, this game is all about going fast, so I do feel like just inherently that's going to be pretty interesting to figure out how to, make sure that you don't slow down things too much if you add too much content and too much things that are outside of pure gameplay, because, you're going so fast, and then when something stops, yes, it can be a bit of a big jump in pacing, all things considered. And unfortunately, a lot of the story and dialogue comes in randomly and spontaneously in between levels, for instance. So, for instance, you'll be going from one level to another. You just completed the level. You're waiting for a loading screen for the next level, and then there's just a conversational dialogue thing, and you weren't expecting it. And that can really slow down the pacing a little bit. It's not super annoying, all things considered, but it did make me sometimes just kind of skip dialogue, even though I was interested in the story, just because I was really into my fast-paced thing. Not to mention that the dialogue is just there's nothing going on visually outside of just seeing the characters, which kind of like in Hades, that's totally fine, but Hades is not as crazy fast-paced as this. So that's the only thing, but I do think the story is nice. And also, they have a kick-ass, like, almost anime intro when you start playing the game with, like, the credits of people that worked on it and everything. And that's awesome. They put a lot of effort to it, and right before starting the game I was like, oh hell yeah, I am already invested. So I really like that. So overall, yeah, vibe wise, it's pretty solid. I like the main character too. She's pretty cool. She's kind of she's kind of like I was gonna say she's kind of like a Sonic. Not really. I mean, she runs very fast, but she's kind of, she doesn't really care about things at first. She's just someone who just runs from world to world and doesn't really think much more of that. And then obviously as the story gets more intense, things change. But yeah, so I kind of like her. The music is fantastic. I love the music. It's super, obviously fast-paced, super energetic, super satisfying. Yeah, I really, really like it. Really, really cool. Not much else to say about that. So I will realize this is a small detail, but between levels during a run, the music updates after you start the next level. What I mean by that, I just realized a new area there. Was that a new place? I've never been here. Huh. Wait, is this the endless mode that was promised? What is this? What is this? Whoa! No difficulty increase over time. Oh, shoot, there's an actual endless. Oh, that's what they were talking about. Oh, that is good to know. Wow, I think that was added to the... Oh, shoot, that is good to know. I might have to play a little bit of this before continuing my rant, huh? Ooh, interesting. In any case, so that means that while... Sorry, what was I saying? Yeah. So, yeah, you finish a map, and then you start the next map, and you're already starting to run as the music fades out into the new theme, which is it's a small detail. I don't think many people even realize it, but to me, I do think that it actually would really help with the immersion if that was done properly, where the music starts the moment you get into the next level. Again, small things, but as you may, if you don't know me, I like getting into details. I think this was so, yeah. But yeah, so art, visual, vibe, all that stuff, really, really solid. Is just a blast to just look at the game and just see someone playing is always pretty satisfying and enjoyable. So yeah. Okay, let's talk about the gameplay. So obviously the mechanics of the game is you can run around and you have control. You actually have quite a bit of control. So in this instance, with this character, you can run. You can change where you're going to be facing and where you're going to be landing and all that stuff depending on your actual camera view. But you can also move your character left and right. Now, when you're going very fast, it's very minimalistic, but all things considered, like the little details are pretty freaking important, like in this game. So I can go left and right, but I can also control my field of vision, which gives me a lot of control. Outside of that, there is if I press spacebar, I will be dashing down, and this is where you get most of like this. I mean, this is where most of what you're gonna be doing is really making sure that you successfully stay pressed on spacebar to really get the right momentum to land, so you can get perfects. And perfects is all about, you know, trying to land perfectly in line with the floor. If I press spacebar like this and I land here, it's just going to be okay. Now, okay will slow down my speed, but more importantly, also not give me much energy. And my energy is that little yellow bar that you see. So every time I get it perfect, it fills up. But if I get something other than like perfect, then it doesn't fill up as much. And that energy bar is very important because it allows you to use your special ability. Now, there are 4 special abilities. You start with 1. You start with the hoverboard. And the hoverboard allows you to get more speed. As you can see, like as I'm using it, you get more speed. That's great. Now, I'll talk more about that specifically later on. But I like to use the Sage's Cow, which is a little jump. I can do whoop, and I can get an extra jump, and that uses a certain amount of energy. So that's pretty much all that you really have going for. You also have active items that you can find during runs that you can activate, but they're not super important. And honestly, I would say almost half of my runs I don't even have an active. So what we just talked about is pretty much all that you're going to be really focused on, and that's already a lot. And it takes a while to really master it, I would say. I want to make sure I'm not missing stuff. Like, is there actual stuff in this building? You can't jump. Oh, that's funny to actually try to jump while you're... Oh gosh, what am I doing? There's like something in here, but I don't think it actually is anything. Right? Just want to see real quick. Yeah, it's nothing. I kind of want to go in that circle though. It would be cool if it unlocks on... If like going in that random circle in there actually randomly unlock something, I am like super down. But for that, I need to get some speed. Sorry, I'm getting a little distracted, but this is important to me. No, shoot. No, come on. Okay, there's nothing. Okay, never mind. I'm being distracted for no reason. Okay. But yeah, overall, the gameplay is obviously very satisfying, very enjoyable. Does it get old? Not really, thanks to the roguelike elements. There are certain elements that I wish were done differently that could help make potentially the gameplay feel even more satisfying after having played it for a while. But which I will talk about in a moment. But what I do want to say is I do think there's a part of me that wonders if there could have been a little bit more to the gameplay once you get further along in the game. Now, currently, the actives that I talked about, no, not the actives, the specials that you have, right? The little flappy wings, the board. There's 2 others. They're cool, but like, from what I've seen people talk about and from my experience, it really does feel like most people either try one very quickly and disregard the rest, just stick to one, and others don't even actually unlock the others because they cost so much in the meta progression, which I will be talking about in a bit. So I kind of wish that maybe they were actually, I don't know, done differently, where you're kind of forced to play around with them, or you have 2 at the same time. This might be a little bit much, but there's a part of me that kind of wish I could have the hoverboard and the wing flap, because I think they really both serve completely different purposes. In any case, I love the wing flap, the wing flap, but and I love the hoverboard. But I'm just sad that a lot of people are going to be missing out on some of them because you're just kind of stuck with one, and most people don't really want to experiment with that in my experience. But what I will say, one of the most satisfying aspects that I've had in this game was that well, the wing flap. I actually saw most people thinking that saying that it was a pretty terrible special, and everybody says that they should just stick to the hoverboard. And this really shows one of the coolest aspects of this game is how much skill impacts how well you'll do, because basically I only use the wings, and like it took me like a solid 2 hours to really get to understand how well you can use this wing thing to be so you can go as fast as the hoverboard, which is all about speed. If you use the wings effectively, you can really create crazy chains of perfects and just continuously go faster and faster, which hopefully I can showcase in the footage here that you're watching. But yeah, so I love the wings, and I think it's really cool that I felt rewarded by just getting more and more comfortable with this ability that at first seemed pretty terrible. So yeah, that was really, really cool. And that's definitely something that I adore in this game, is how satisfying it is to feel more and more comfortable with the game and to be rewarded for it, which is awesome. A few other like positive notes that I have as well. These are smaller, but I think they're really cool. When you start a run, so we didn't really get into much of the runs themselves, but when you start a run, you have your traditional kind of like Slay to Spire pathing. And in this instance, because they want to kind of keep things constantly being at fast pace, you can just map out, like you can just decide to automatically go through an entire like entire path. You can map out where you want to go from like early on, and it will automatically go from one area to another, which is kind of a small detail, but it's a nice little detail because it really kind of pushes you to be like, okay, well, you know exactly where you want to go. You know exactly what you want, and then you don't have to worry about having to select the next level as you're really into the fast pace of things. So that's a nice little detail. The roguelike elements within the run are good. Basically, you have normal levels, elite levels, events, which can be some really cool stuff, shops, and then at the very end, the boss. And I think that's about it. Oh, and then there's also the resting site to gain more health. Yeah, I mean, the events, some of them are really cool, giving you like mini games with an entire new map and like completely different gameplay. I love those. Unfortunately, they're pretty rare and far in between. Sometimes you're just going to be offered a random item. Those are kind of whatever. Sometimes they're just temporary buffs, which feels pretty terrible in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, overall, I do like the events. I think that they are pretty. There can be some pretty cool stuff. The resting site is pretty useful if you've lost a life. That being said, I think they should also have something if you have full health, because sometimes you're kind of forced to go through one of them and you're at full health and you get absolutely nothing for it. And a lot of games give you an extra, like another thing you can do instead, right? So maybe like slightly increase like a stat if you're at full health, or you could choose health versus stats. I think that would be nicer. But it's a small thing. Sometimes you come across an NPC when you're at the rest site, which can be fun because it's in that case it doesn't really ruin the pacing because you already know you're going to a rest site. So it's nice to just see to talk to a random NPC to get things going. Shops are cool. Obviously, that's where you get most of your items, and the items I'll be touching on in a bit, but they're pretty cool. The elites, I mean, I don't know how they're called, but like the hard levels, with the little spikes around them, they're definitely challenging, and they create. I kind of wish there were different kinds of elite ones because they're always the same. Like, yes, they will each have different obstacles, but I kind of wish like visually that you could have different ones as well. Because I mean, it's not a huge deal. I still think it's pretty cool. As they are, they're pretty hard, and you get rewarded with a item at the end that you can choose from 3, and depending on how fast you go, there will be increased rarities, which I think is really cool. So yeah, I think overall the roguelike elements in terms of what you can pick in terms of like during your run is pretty solid. In terms of the items, at first I thought the items were pretty boring, and the more you unlock more items, the less boring to get, I would say. It's hard to get like synergies going. There are sometimes ways to get synergies. For instance, I just did a run and I got an item that makes it so that like if I collect sparks, I take damage permanently, but I get a bunch of sparks in return passively. And I realized, oh well, now I can try to grab a bunch of health upgrades and health regen, because usually health regen you just need 1 and 2, and then you don't really care about it. But then I realized, oh, that opens up so many build possibilities. You could just go all in on just getting a bunch of that. So that's cool. But early on, a lot of the items are going to feel a little underwhelming, I think. And I think that's also attributed to the fact that some items are just much more powerful than others, even if they're commons. Some commons are just so much better than rares and stuff like that. There's a few balance issues in that realm, I would say, especially since health is health is not necessary if you play well and if you have already other stuff. Like, you just need 1 or 2 health items, and then the rest you just want better energy to be able to flap your wings more or use your hoverboard, and speed, which is boost. So sometimes if you get offered a bunch of health stuff and you're like, I don't care about health stuff right now. So anyway, but overall I would say they're pretty enjoyable, and then you can really change your build. So yeah, overall, yeah, all these different things you can find during the runs are pretty cool. The bosses are hit or miss. I'm just going to be frank. Some are really cool in concept. Some, yeah, I kind of wish some utilized more of the things you find throughout the run more. So for instance, I probably said that pretty terribly, but there are some bosses that, like, you can't use, for instance, a mechanic that is called close call. If you get close to, like, if you run past a thing close to you, you get a close call, and a lot of items trigger on close calls. So when you're running from a level to like when you're running during a level, you will get a bunch of close calls, but not so much during bosses. Same goes for sparks. Sparks being the currency that you pick up. There are very few sparks in bosses, but there's a bunch in the levels. So you get a bunch of spark like synergies, and that feels great during levels, but then you do a boss and you're like, oh, okay, well, that's kind of useless. So kind of wish they played a little bit more with all the different items for the bosses. But overall, I do think the bosses have some pretty cool mechanics. They look cool the first time you see them. They do unfortunately repeat themselves, except for the final boss. And without getting into too much spoilers, the final boss is really cool in concept, but I would say pretty poorly done in execution, mostly because that one really just scraps a lot of the things that you're using during runs. So if you have a build that's really good for the run, it might be completely useless for the final boss, which just feels terrible. But that's something specific, and I'm not going to get into details. It is a cool fight, all things considered. But yeah, another great aspect to this game, and right now, as you may have realized, I'm talking about all the positives. I will be getting into my my negatives and my feedback in just a moment. But one really cool aspect that I adore is the fact that they listen to feedback. The creators of the game really they released the game. There was a lot of people that complained about certain things, and they released a patch really quickly that addressed a lot of issues that people had. And that's awesome. Again, that's one of the reasons I love the indie industry so freaking much, is because you can do that. And developers who do that, for me, is just so awesome. So once again, I really want to emphasize how great that is. So yeah, I am currently playing after the first major patch. So I did see a lot of people complaining about certain things that apparently were fixed. I didn't play it before the major patch, but I did finish this game on its current after the current major patch, and I still have a lot of things that I'm looking forward to sharing. But yeah, love that, and that also means that I'm expecting them to hopefully continuously update the game for the best for everybody. And lastly, in terms of like little cool details in this game, is the accessibility of the game. So right now, if I go to my settings and I go on difficulty, you can adjust pretty much anything you want, and that's awesome. The developers know the game is really hard, and they also addressed that in the recent patch. But still, you can increase the amount of obstacles, the speed, the damage taken, the item cost, the landing precision, and the overall difficulty, which is awesome. They don't really tell you that, which is unfortunate. I had to figure that out on my own by just going into settings, and I kind of found that. So I kind of wish that things were like they would have told you early on, because I think a lot of people might be discouraged by the difficulty of the game and then not play it, even though they could have just reduced the difficulty and actually have a really good time. Because again, once you get comfortable with the game, it feels absolutely amazing. And if people are not gonna get into the game just because they weren't able to get used to it, that's a shame. Because what you could do is just reduce the difficulty at first, get used to some of the mechanics, and then bring it back to normal, and then experience it how it was, initially experience it in its default setting. Yeah. So I really love that. I just wish it was communicated better. All right, now those are honestly a lot of the positives, and I gotta say that the positive outweigh the negatives. Even though I might not have as many points, the gameplay itself and the overall the overall game is just so satisfying. Even if I have a lot of minor things I wish were tweaked, so I want to preface that before I get into some of the things that I personally wish could be changed or adjusted. I want to make sure. Again, the game is really enjoyable. So that's something to keep track of, because right now I am loving it, and I would recommend to anybody who thinks they're going to have a good time with it, because if they think they're going to have a good time, they probably will. But there are a few things that I am not a fan of in this game, and so let's talk about some of those. First off, I think my biggest issue with this game, and is actually something that I might be alone on this, and so if you don't change it, I totally get it, because maybe some people like it. I'm not a huge fan of the life system in this game at all, and for many reasons. Basically, you have health, and I like the health. I think the health is done pretty well. You take damage when you hit something, or if you're not going fast enough. There's a lot of ways to take damage. But when you lose all your health, you restart the level. And I don't understand that personally. I find that very sad, because first of all, it really does ruin the pacing personally of the level, because you have to restart something. And I mean, even though the gameplay is enjoyable, you kind of want to go to the next area. You really want to go to the next area. You don't want to backtrack. So not only are you backtracking, but also that means that if you have a bad build and you have a very, very hard level that is randomly generated, that just happens to be harder than the others, you might lose all 3 lives, and there's nothing you can do about it. While if you didn't have to restart, and instead, when you lose a life, you rewind time, and you maybe start slower, like in slow motion, and then it goes back up to speed, and then you can continue, then that means that even if you have a terrible build, and even if you're very unlucky with how hard a level is, you can still finish it. And not only that, it also means that lives are more important. Because currently, if you have a terrible build, and you have 10 lives, which you can't have. You can only have 4 or 5, I forgot. But imagine you could have 10 lives, but you have a terrible build. You might just lose all your lives. It doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, you restart the level every time, so you might get a little more comfortable with it. But I feel like it would be much more rewarding and would give much more premise to the lives if they were actually used as a way to, not die and continue on, and you just have 1 less life. And so for me, I just really wish that was changed. I know it's a major, major change mechanically, so I don't expect it to change, but it's a shame, because I don't like it. And my biggest, and the thing about it as well is, for bosses, it's the same deal. Bosses can be long, and when you die to a boss, you just restart the fight instead of continuing where you left off. I wish bosses were harder, potentially, but again, you had the life system so that you could, try to use every life accordingly, because right now it doesn't matter if you have 3 lives or not, it's all dependent on the build. So I really don't like that for bosses, especially the last boss. Man, the last boss with the health system, with the life system, doesn't feel great. And another thing in regards to the life stuff is when you die and you restart the level, you might think that you restart, as you were when you started the level, but no. The game keeps track of any cooldowns, any energy used other than your life. Your life is back to your health. Sorry, your health is back to 100 and you lose a life, right? But the thing is, right before you die, you're probably going to be using all your energy because you were flipping out or like you're close to dying. So naturally, you need to use your special ability to try to survive. So odds are you're going to restart the level worse than when you came in, because when you came in, you usually have some amount of energy to play around with, but when you die, you've used it all. So now you restart the level worse. And you might have also used one of your active items that have a cooldown, and now you don't have that cooldown anymore. It just feels very unfair, and I don't know. I don't like it. But again, I don't know if other people think the same way as I do in this regard. If they don't change it, I get it. That's fine. But there's a world where I wish that was just done differently from the start. Okay, let me see. Okay, another thing, and this actually, while I'm recording this, I might have actually solved that issue. But basically, when you do a shard run, you collect items, you get to the boss, and then you beat the boss. And when you finish that, you get permanent currency that you can get for meta progression, which we'll be talking about in a moment. But you can also continue running endlessly. And I thought that was the endless mode. Now I'm just realizing that maybe that's not the case, because I just discovered something in the hub as I'm just running around right now. But continue running right now after doing a shard is really underwhelming to me, because basically you can't, you just go from one level to another without stopping for events. There's no more events, there's no more bosses, there's no more shops, there's nothing. It's just running without anything else changing. The thing chasing you goes faster and faster, so you are going to eventually die, but you don't get stronger, which is just so sad, because I want to get stronger in this game. Items are just it's so cool to get items once you've played this game a lot, and because again, when you start a new run, you always start exactly the same, so it does get a little repetitive when you get started on a run after you've played this game a lot, like I have. Yeah, I kind of wish that the endless mode after clearing a shard was either a map that's infinite, so you don't feel like you're going from one level to another with no real, reason. Like if it was just one single map that is endless, kind of like Temple Run, or that you continuously at least, get some shops every 5 levels. You can at least, get stronger and stronger, and feel like you're not just running with the build you had. But that's just, again, I thought that was the endless mode. Now I'm actually wondering if there is an endless mode from what I'm seeing, like a separate endless mode. So I might have to, get back on that once I try it in a moment. But I guess that brings me to the items. Okay, so we talked about the items, how cool they are, and how cool they can be, and they're quite well done. But you don't get enough of them, in my opinion. And that's also, again, in line with the endless thing, right? Because the runs are pretty short, all things considered. You're going to get to the final boss of each shard, which are the different levels, different biomes, I guess, I don't know how you call them, pretty quickly. Like, I usually fight the boss with, 5, 6 items, maybe? But a lot of them can synergize with each other and are not massive, and I think you could really bump that number up. Now, I do know that in the patch that they just released, apparently that was even worse. You could barely buy anything. They downed the price. They got a lot of ways to get more items. I think they should do it even more. I think you should be able to buy even more items, and that you should be able to, once you're done with the boss, if you want to continue playing, and you can get even more items. Because I think items is really what separates the different runs currently, because the gameplay, again, is super fun, but it's still always the same, right? So, I also wish you could have a little bit of something to start off with. Because currently, until you find your first shop or your first event, you have nothing. And that's kind of annoying, especially in the higher shards. The game gets really, really hard, and without any items, man, it's rough. So getting things started can be a little iffy for me. I kind of wish that, especially in the later shards, that you always start with a random item or something in that regard, just to make it feel like there's some sort of cool customization at the start, and other than just selecting your special, which again, most people are going to stick to the one they're comfortable with. So yeah, so I like the items. I just wish there were more, even more than the recent update. So there is meta progression in this game, right? And the meta progression is pretty minor, all things considered. You do get, more health, more max energy, more sparks to find, which is the currency during levels, which is a pretty cool concept. I like that a lot because I can really synergize with certain items that allow you to, like when you get more sparks, some stuff happens. So I really do like that. Sorry, I'm looking for the... Where is the hub? Where's the I can't find my my meta progression area, because usually there's like a thing pointing to it, but I think it's over there. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, right here, these are all where all your NPCs are. Again, all these you can have conversations. Those are the ones that you can talk throughout your adventure. Yeah, this guy right here, the captain, is where you can get all your meta progression. Meta progression, I think, is I think things are too expensive. Simple. It takes too long to get a lot of these, especially since it feels like getting higher and higher shards. Like the higher difficulty you can do does not seem to give you more of those. And again, and the issue is these abilities you get, you have to unlock them using those shards, which is also one of the reasons why I think people are not going to be testing them much. Because right now, if I go to this guy and he has the last of the specials that I haven't unlocked yet, but I need to use 2,000 of these of this currency to just unlock it, so I can see if I like it. And 2,000 currency is huge. Now, I finished this game. I've been playing this quite a bit, and I still barely ever get to 2,000 after like 4 runs or something. It's crazy how expensive these are. So not only are these very expensive in the first place, but the special abilities costing that currency, for me, it should have just been unlocked through progression, not by buying it. I think that is just a bit unfortunate in that regard. But yeah, I mean, again, like the meta progression does feel good when you do unlock stuff. It's not a huge boost. You don't actually increase your speed. You never get that, which I get. I kind of wish there was maybe more speed to unlock, so you can make those, so you can at least make it so that the gameplay does get more intense outside of just the obstacles later on. I think they could have definitely given more boost as a thing to unlock, but that's just me. I mean, it's not a huge deal. Now, again, I did say that the hub is really nice, but it's pretty empty. I mean, I say this right as I discovered that there was potentially an endless mode here. But ultimately, I do think that right now, when I run around the hub, it feels great. One thing I've realized, and again, this is more on me, and it's not something I'm criticizing. It's just something I kind of am curious if they actually tried, is right now I'm going left to right, and it feels great. And more importantly, check this out. If I go back to the hub, like to all these guys, and I press shift, I stop movement and I just land there. Didn't that look and feel great? Because it did to me. That slowing down and using your boost is just with using shift. You stop and you can dash again, and boom. You don't really ever use that in gameplay. And actually, you can't even use that while you're running naturally, because you're going straight, and if you stop at any moment, you're going to die. But I almost find that to be disappointing. Now, some events do use that, but there's not that many events in the game, and you don't really encounter them much. But I just kind of find it a little sad that I'm loving exploring the hub because of going left to right, and that's not the case during gameplay. You're always going straight. Now, again, I get it, and maybe it wouldn't work in any other way. But there's a part of me that wonders, what if there was more moving around left and right every now and then, or like with more events that give you that opportunity? I want to be able to use that shift and just stop wherever I want, because it feels great. I kind of want an event where I can do that at least. But again, it's a tiny thing. I just really like how it feels in the hub. In more serious feedback I would give is also information. The game really does not give much information. Now, for instance, I mean, I didn't even know that there was a potential endless mode until I was randomly going through the hub. I didn't know there was difficulty changing, like a crazy accessibility option for the difficulty in the settings. But outside of these two smaller things, items description is are not great. Like, they tell you what stats you get very clearly, but you have no idea what those stats really are. There is a luck stat, which I have no idea what luck does. there's even the boost, which is a very is something that you get very, very early, and almost every item has something to do with boost. I still don't fully know what boost is. I get an idea, it probably increases my overall speed, but what does that mean exactly? There's a lot of keywords that they're not really fully explained, which is a shame because there's not that many complicated items or keywords in this game. So there's not much information overall in this game. So I'm kind of disappointed that they don't put a little bit more information overall. That's about that. And this includes even during gameplay, like right now, right? So right now, like, it might have there's a lot of items that boost your speed, that give you boosts, right? So again, like, for instance, if I get a perfect, sometimes it might say, oh, an item that says that every time you get a perfect, you get a boost. I wish I could see the boost number, because there's so many items that can increase your boost, and I want to see how high my boost is at all times. Sometimes I have like 4 different items that give me boosts, and then sometimes if they trigger all at the same time, I might be at 80% boost, 60, 20, I don't know. Also, it's really hard to tell when an active item is active again. There's it's to the right of the energy bar right here, pretty much, and there's just a little clock that goes down, and you have to look at it, but it's so hard to tell when it's active. Even for the energy, I kind of wish that there was like a little voice cue potentially that would tell you when you're active or your energy is able to be used again. Maybe there is, but if so, it's not clear enough to me. So yeah, overall, I think there can be more to the information. That also goes for the antimatter, which is the currency you get after the finishing a level, right? So once again, like I showed how grindy it is to unlock things using that currency, but I finished a level and it just tells me I've gotten 756 of that currency. I'm like, cool. Why do I have that amount? Was it because I went fast? Is it like, if I go faster, do I get more? If I get more sparks, do I get more? I don't know. And that doesn't put, and sometimes I just want to unlock more meta progression. So I kind of wish I would know what I need to do to bump up that currency, specifically in this game where everything costs so much. So yeah, I do think they can definitely improve the overall information given to players regarding gameplay and pretty much any other aspect in this game. Let me see other notes. Okay. Some more minor things here and there. You get a lot of loading screens in between levels, obviously, because the levels are pretty short, but you go across a lot of them. Loading screens is just a black screen kind of wish there was a little, at least animation of like a little something in the, you know, like a lot of games do that, where you have a little something in the bottom right of the screen that shows that something's, you know, loading. Because currently it's just a pure black screen, which, yeah, I can hear the music, but it kind of feels like, am I frozen? I kind of wish there was just a little indicator that it's loading. It might seem like a small thing, but considering the fact that you're seeing that black screen all the time, I do think that would actually help make the game feel like it has even better pacing. Similar to this, a retry button, especially at higher shards, I think is a must, because you're going to be sometimes having some really, really bad starts, once again, because I think the beginning of each hard level should be, you know, tweaked a little bit, where you can actually at least start with an item potentially. In any case, sometimes I just lose a life at the very beginning, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna go on this run where I've lost an entire life, so I want to retry. You can't retry. You have to end. You have to get the ending screen. You have to load, and then you have the animation of coming out of the shard, and then you have to go back in the shard and try again. And that, once you get really to the end of the game, you're gonna be wanting to retry levels, and so that I think is an easy thing that they could implement that I really think would help out. Speaking of hard levels, I know they've addressed that in their last patch, but sometimes you get some level layouts that are ridiculously hard. Sometimes you do not, especially at higher levels. I don't think it's a huge deal. It looks like it was a much, much bigger deal last patch, so I'm not super, like, I don't think it's a massive deal. Sometimes it does feel pretty bad when you have some of those insane level layouts. There are some obstacles that just feel much harder than others. The one where they shoot like rockets at, like there's like a little laser that goes zoom, and then it just explodes on the floor. That is so much harder than anything else, I think, and sometimes you can't even see the explosions very clearly. You get hit a lot by that. While there's one in the ice world where there's like a bunch of ice shards that fall down. This one's really easy to evade. So some obstacles feel worse than others, and since it's completely random, it can feel a little unfair, but it's not a huge deal, all things considered. It's just something I feel like I should mention. Did I see something there? What is that? Do you see that? What is that? Shoot. I saw a little something, right? I feel like I'm seeing things in the hub. Maybe I'm just seeing things. Try to see if I'm forgetting anything. Retry button, boost number. If you take bad landing, you're just dead. Oh, yeah. Speaking of difficulty as well, so in this game, you're trying to outrun pretty much the end of the world, which is pretty cool. So you have a constant like black void that's following you. That black void is a cool concept, I will say. There's something that's really frustrating to me, is that if it gets too close to you, you start taking damage, and you start taking ticking damage. And when you start taking ticking damage, you're like, oh shoot, I'm almost dead. But for some reason, if you just are long enough in the void, you just die. It doesn't matter how much health you have, which I just think is very disappointing, because you keep track of your health and you're like trying to tick away, and you're like, okay, I can maybe get out of there, and you're like, oh, I've got a little bit of health left, but maybe I'm gonna get a boost, and you look at your health and it's like super intense, you're almost dead, and then you just die because you were just in the void too long. But why not just, I don't know, make it all about health, you know? It's already extremely hard to get out of it, so the fact that there's just an auto lose if you just spend too long in it, or if you're too far back, for me is just disappointing. It's not a huge deal, it's just kind of disappointing, because I think it's really cool to just try to beat the clock, you know? Like, if you're behind, you've got a little bit of time to survive, and come on, keep track of your health, you can do it. And those moments are really intense and can be really cool, but sometimes when you just die because, oh, the game just thinks you've spent too long in it, kind of ruins it a little bit. Also, if you just randomly hit a wall, and you just have like a boom, like a bad landing, and it completely nullifies your momentum, you're pretty much just dead. So, you know, if you have a bad landing, that's it. You're just dead. There's like almost no way to recuperate. I kind of wish there was that you could use potentially like the dash from the hub, You know, like, so like you have to spend like a second not doing anything at first, but then you get your speed back. I think that would be a cool comeback, because currently, especially in the early game, if you just hit a wall and like not an obstacle, but a full-on wall, and you just bounce backwards, you're just dead. There's nothing you can do about it. And the game doesn't automatically make you lose. You're just going to be trying to spend the next 10 seconds recuperating something that's impossible. So I kind of wish there was a bit more of a backup in that regard, especially for the early game and for people that are getting more and more comfortable with the game. But yeah, I think overall that's all my all my little notes and feedback on the game. I think this is a really, really enjoyable game. Gameplay wise, visually looks awesome, great music, super, super satisfying, very rewarding skill game. Again, like when I really understood how to use the flapping, it felt so freaking awesome. But I do think that there could be sorry, but let me just start again. But again, I also have a few things I hope that they change. Personally, the life system, I really, really hope they change that. I think they would change I mean, I know it would be a massive, massive change for the game, but I do think it would make it much more enjoyable, much more strategic almost, because then you can really, life is much, you can use life more strategically. I wish you could have more items. I wish the endless mode was more fun. At least the endless mode after finishing a shard. I wish there were more boss variety. That's not a huge deal. It's just I like the bosses overall. I think they can do even more stuff with it. But yeah, no, overall, again, even though I have quite a few notes that I hope they change, I would say Haste is a super fun time, and if you like what you see, odds are you're gonna enjoy it too, because it's it feels as good as it looks, I would say. So yeah, that's about it. All right, sorry about that, everybody. Sorry about that. I mean, that's my rant. I think I did all right with the rant overall. Really, really funny idea, Mark. Do I run with max speed, max? Oh yeah. I'm definitely gonna do that. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. Do you think the devs will continue to improve on this game, given there's a lot to address? I do think so. Because they were really quick to address the first major patch, and I think this game is getting a lot of attention. So yeah, I do, and I hope so. Okay, so there's two things I want to do now that I'm done with the rant. The first is I want to see this endless thing. Because again, I did not see it the first time around because the game doesn't tell you anything. Where was it? I wish it would tell you where things are. All right. Well, if anybody sees it, let me know, and then I will look at the chat. Way too late, obviously, and it will not help. I'm being realistic. I hope that you guys don't see it, and I do. And that you guys, yeah. Oh, there it is. There it is. So is this the what is this red thing? What is this? Okay, so is this the true endless mode? I don't know. We'll see. Oh, what the? Wait, what? What was that? Did I just hit sand? So again, I have no idea what this is. It does look like this does look like endless, but I really hope it has the additional, like it has shops and everything, right? That would be so boring otherwise. Like, what's the point of doing this if you could just do a shard with actual items and everything, right? Ooh, that was a bad landing. Ugh. I'm not doing well right now. Okay, well, at least I got a bunch of sparks, all things considered, but we are slow. Actually, we're at 109 speed. Not that bad. Wait, is this true endless? This might be true endless. Like, there's no portal at the end? Is that it? Oh, okay, no, there is. Okay. Okay, so what's gonna happen now? Okay. But am I not gonna get items? Like, really? That's just, well, okay, well, I'm glad that, if that's the case, I'm glad I stuck to what I said, right? Because that's so boring to me. Why would I do this over a shard? That was super close. Why would I do this over a shard where I can just have items? Where it's way more fun. But yeah, so I will definitely try the super hard difficulty after this. Like where I just bump everything up. Oh, there's a lot of shards here. Okay. Music's cool. Music is different. This. Oh my gosh, what is that? Hey, my suggestion was to lower damage and item cost too. I don't want difficulty. I want insanity. Oh, hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Oh, okay, yeah. We're definitely doing that. Okay, so I want to see what happens when I do all three biomes. Because I mean, I would maybe after you do all 3 biomes, you get a shop, right? Music is dope. My guess is that there's no shop. It's just this on repeat. Which again, I don't really see the point, but yeah, we'll do a run with. I want to showcase where you can go insanely fast, which I've done a few times, and by reducing the difficulty, that by just making things go absolutely insane. Yeah, we can do that. I just want items. Okay, so what happens now? Ugh, it's just repeated, isn't it? It's just endless with no items. That's just so sad. I might just might just end it here. I got an item at level 10? Really? Sorry, I was looking at chat. What? Level 10? That's even more insulting to me because So they're giving you items, but barely? Really? Okay. I don't even know if I want to go all the way to level 10 to just test it out. But even if that's the case, that's just so weird. One of the most fun parts of this game are the items once you've played this enough. So why would Endless not have items? Because wait. Actually, a better way of saying it is, the game does not allow you to go crazy with items, where there's not a reason not to. Because basically, like even in normal runs, you finish the run before you can really play around with a lot of the items. But why? Why not give experienced players, skilled players, the possibility to go far, like super far, and to have like 20 different items? Like, I don't know. Like the thing is, you might think then you're going to be too overpowered, but not even, because let's be honest, if you're like extremely fast, then that's not always a good thing. Like you might end up, you might end up going too fast. So like whatever, right? Oh, that's so weird to me. I'm not quite sure how you would do build variety in a game like this. Yeah, the thing is, maybe they could add items. Well, the thing is that I don't think you need build variety. That's the thing. Like, yeah, I know I like roguelikes where there are different builds, different like that everyone feels different, right? But you don't need it for this game. I just think you need more items, because I don't care about having like a spark build or an energy build. Like, yeah, those are possible and they're cool, but they're not necessary, right? Like you could still have a just completely fine, like, having a bunch of sparks and a few like cooldown reduction synergies, blah blah blah. But this game is not a game that necessarily needs builds. I just think more items would be more fun because of how repetitive the game is. Now again, like, it's repetitive, but it's fun, so luckily enough it's not that annoying. But still, it could be so much more fun if it wasn't like that. But I'm gonna go up to potentially 10 if I can get there. See if there actually is anything. I'm curious. For whoever played this game, who has played this game and is currently in chat, what are your thoughts on the life system? Because again, I said this was my biggest issue with the game, and it's so massive. Like it would completely change, like a core mechanic of the game. And I haven't heard many people talk about this, but what do you guys think of the life system? Are you like, anybody who's played it, do you like it? Because I'm very curious about it, because of how much I don't understand why it was implemented. I get it. I just really don't like it. So I'm curious what others think in that regard. Like, imagine having to restart this level if I died. Oh, that sounds so annoying. Oh, I forgot. I don't have a way of getting health back. I have to be careful. No, I was like, whatever. I took some damage for some sparks. No, right. I have no items. So I can't get health back. I like how every time you start a level, you get a jump. That's nice. It gets you, into the vibe of it all. Ooh, okay, I still got it perfect. That was close. I love that. I love those the ice shards falling. They're easy to evade, but they're pretty cool. Music is really nice right now. I wonder how desynced I am compared to the music. Sorry. Also, what's the point of collecting sparks in endless mode? You have no items, so what's the point of collecting sparks? Is there even any point whatsoever to collecting them? And you can get more lives later on, and I think all lives are replenishable at rest sites. I'm not too bothered by it personally, but maybe I can improve upon it. Yeah, I mean, I don't care about how many you can get and how much, like, I like the system of replenishing them. The fact that you restart the level, gosh, that just, I think it would be so much more fun if you could use your lives to, you take a life, but that means you were super aggressive at that level, so at least you could just continue on. Especially for bosses. Man. I just have a very clear vision of how, like right now, if I die, I just go, and like you go backwards in time, and then it slowly goes back to normal speed, and then you can continue again, and you just continue to level, and then you don't get punished by having to restart everything, and then you can actually use your lives. Like they're an actual resource, because right now they're not a resource if you just played exactly the same way, right? So, but again, I know that this is something that I really struggle with, that I might be lonely on, but I don't know. That's why I'm curious what people think. Like imagine a boss, right? Like the jumper boss, right? You spend like a solid 5 minutes beating the jumper bot. And then, like, at the very end, you just do you just move around a little weirdly, and you just die. And you start the entire fight over instead of just picking back up from where you are, but with one less life. Just losing in life when you lose too much health, but can keep going, and yes. And when you lose them all, it's just game over. Exactly. That's exactly what, and I think that would be so much more fun. Because then, you don't care if you have 1 or 2 life left, right? Because it's all like, if you play well, you're like, yeah, I have less. But what if you could, like, with that, not only do you not have to restart a level, but also you could actually use your life strategically. You could die and be like, okay, well, I died, but at least now I'm at full health to finish this really, really hard level, right? And you don't have to, like, if you get like an unlucky, like, elite map, like, and the map is extremely hard, doesn't matter if you have 6 health or, like, right, because you'll just lose all of them if the map is just too hard. And it just feels so unfair when I have like a fine build, but I lose all my health on one level because it's just so much harder than others. Here you actually use your life accordingly, and you're like, holy shrimp, like, that level was hard, but thank goodness I had life to expend it on and finish the level, right? But again, I'm not saying that's the right thing to do. It's just my own vision of this game. Oh, there's a little hand here. What's up? Oh, that's the statue I just saw. Okay. Well, I don't think anything of it exists. I do think that sometimes it kind of bothered on boss levels to result on normal level. Yeah, they're shorter enough to be fine with it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, for sure, normal levels doesn't feel as bad. Bosses, though, ooh, boy. I mean, still, I still think it should be changed even for normal levels, but yeah. Yeah, I'm glad I got to see from your guys' point of views again. Because again, I don't follow the community much, so right now I kind of just wish I could just continue instead of having to restart. But that one's not a big deal, obviously, and I also just played poorly. But that's cool. All right, so I'm at level 9. So let's see if I get anything at level 10. If I don't, I mean, I'm gonna beat level 10 if I don't get anything, but otherwise I'll just be like, all right. I want to try like changing the accessibility of the game and try a completely ridiculous build, right? Now, if I'm not mistaken, earlier levels are easier, but also there's less levels, I think. So maybe I should try like a level 5, a shard 5 or something like that. Maybe. Okay. All right, fine. I don't really care. See, right now, dying would be so annoying. Having to restart this level again. Oh, gosh, I would hate it. It's okay. I'm a god gamer, so luckily enough, I'm not going to die. I really don't want to die. Get me out of here. All right, let's see. Okay, so you do get one freaking item after 10? Why? No. No. Oh. Oh my gosh, no, yeah, nope, 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 nope. I'm out. No, why? Why don't they want us to play with a bunch of items? Oh, you did get some anti-sparks for that. 200. I went to 10, I got 1/10. Like a 10% of something I can unlock. On okay landing or worse, lose 50 health. That's so rough. I'm taking damage, gain 10% boost for 10 seconds. It's not bad. Cookies! 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 Cookies, you're right. Cookies, cookies, cookies. I got how many achievements? Well, 2, right? I'm sorry, I forgot I changed something. There you go. Cookies, cookies. Okay, okay. Ooh, 3%. That's pretty good. Alright, so. I get 2 clicks, right? So. A trillion fingers? Probably. Right? So, let's see. Does that even do anything? A little bit. 1 and 2. Okay, that actually gave me 2 per second. Nice. Okay. There you go. Okay, so let's do... Oh, there's a question mark over there. It's probably nothing, but... Oh, I don't have any energy. Oops. It's probably just one NPC wanted to talk to me about something that's useless, is my guess. What do you say? You want to show me something? Oh, it's a beautiful flower. I've never seen that kind before. Look at that caterpillar on it. You're so strange sometimes. Most of the times. That's why I had to go all the way here. Cool. Awesome. Alright, let's do a level. And we're gonna change the settings. Level 8. Should I do level 8? Level 5? Let's do level 5. Okay, so complete chaos, right? Oops. Okay, let's look for some complete chaos. We're gonna leave obstacles as R. 200%. Damage taken is at 0%? No, right? 50%? Item cost 0. Something like that? What are we thinking? Obstacles. Should I change the obstacles? Nah, because right. We don't want too low because otherwise it's gonna get boring, but we don't want too much because we're going too fast. I think damage taken is gonna be... Yeah, let's keep it 50%. Item cost 0. Or should I keep it normal? Should I like try to play with just faster and a bunch of free items? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Sounds good? Sounds good. Okay, let's try it. Oh. Oh, what the... Oh. It's literally impossible. I see. That's so sad. Speed is not us. It's the freaking world ending. What? How is that speed? How is that speed? That makes no sense. That is so not okay. What? Is that bugged? I'm almost wondering if it's bugged. Really? That's speed? That has nothing to do with speed. Oh my god, that's so disappointing. So there's not much you can really do, all things considered, huh? Just item cost being super low, doing some funny things in that regard. Let's try. Just buying a bunch of stuff. That's so sad. That's so sad. How is that speed? So item cost being at 0%, they're not actually gonna be free, are they? Like, what is that? Like, what does 0% mean? I actually don't know. I'm quite curious what it's gonna be. And the cookies aren't at the bottom of the screen. Oh, I'm sorry. Whoops. But I didn't get my 2 achievements ones anyways, right? But yes, you're right about that. Let me adjust that accordingly. Okay, well, let's go to a shop and see what happens. What the frick is... What the hell? Why does it look like this? Wait, what the hell? What happened? Is this normal? Is this just like a random color palette you can get? I've never seen this color palette. It is wild. What the hell? That is so trippy. Yeah, I think that was bugged. I think. We'll see. Is this still like that? No, okay. Well, maybe not. Maybe it was just like a little palette. I like the gems. They get thrown. Okay, well. Except when I get hit by them. Right now. That was just an okay. Ooh, that wasn't bad. This level is pretty hard, actually. It's cool. It's really cool, though. I like the random elements on this one. How'd it? Really? Surprised me that I took damage there. All right, let's see what the shop looks like. If it's all free, it would be so fun. Oh my god. No way. Actually? No. On enters... On close call, gain a boost. If slower than 80, you get some. Gain a boost every 2 seconds. On active, destroy all obstacles directly ahead. That's whatever. When I start a level, I get 20 boost. If faster than 120, I get health back. If landing perfectly, I get 2 health back. While above 70% health, I restore health. More boost. On spark pickup, gain energy. That is insane. Cooldown, gain energy. On taking damage, 20% chance to ignore damage. More health. Cooldown, chance to gain more health. When I run 100 meters, I restore health. On taking damage, I'm invulnerable. And I don't want to actually grab another active. I actually didn't get many boost things. Okay, well, I still got a few things. Okay, okay! That's gonna be fun. So... oh, no. Oh, no. They actually made it free? That's insane! Okay, well, things are gonna be pretty crazy now. So what happens if I destroy things? Oh, that's... okay, that's weird, I guess, but I see. Okay, so now I can use my energy a lot, and I can show you, like, the beauty of like, using this flap. What? Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh, and this is only the beginning. Because the more I do this, the more sparks I get, the more I can buy stuff. I find it hilarious that that this game does not give a lot of freedom to players in terms of items normally, but they give the accessibility option to completely break the game if they want. New rule, you have to take every passive item. Oh, of course. Are you insane? You really think I'm not going to? Ooh, start a challenge. Learning to fly. Zoe finds Dara relaxing on a tree branch despite the world around her being completely unstable. She is so hurry since she is in no hurry since she has already found a portal out. Okay. I like events. Again, you just don't see them very often. What is the event? What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? Find a portal. Got it. Easy. Oh, oops. Uh-oh. I thought I could press shift to stop. 500 sparks. Yes, please. Yes. Yes. On run meters, I get health. Doesn't matter. On close call, I get health. While running faster than 100 miles per second, I get max health. We're looking for speed. On close call, gain energy, sure. On active, destroy all nearby obstacles for 5 seconds. That's pretty cool. Gain 10 boost every 6 seconds. Okay. 1,000,000 health, but if I don't land correctly, I take damage. Easy. Cooldown, 10% chance to restore 2 health. Got it. Gain 0.3 health per missing... boost per missing health. I have so much health. On spark pickup, restore health. More boost. That's inactive. Inactive. Cooldown, restore health. More boost per health. On run, 100 meters, gain energy. At full health, gain boost. Cooldown, 10% chance to gain some spark. Sure thing. Did I grab that? Really? That's gonna be so sad because I have so many cool things that trigger with collecting sparks, right? I mean, it's just gonna be enter-synergetic with so many things. Should we do a rule for this one? Because it's gonna make me slower. Because I'm gonna get a lot of stuff that make it so that when I collect sparks, crazy stuff happen. So I feel like that should be the exception. Is this one? I know that goes, but it's gonna be less fun. Also, it's completely useless. But I know if it's gonna make it harder. That's totally understandable. Oh my gosh. No, it's have 3 legendary items at once. Like, I'm cheating. No, it's not about the health thing. It's not at all about the health thing. It's about the grab radius that's lowered. So I'm not gonna be able to grab as many things. I'm totally down to do it. On taking damage, gain 10 sparks. Oh my god. We're gonna be fast, people. We're gonna be fast. Okay. Let's go here. We're gonna be fast. Oh yeah, also if I don't land correctly, I take damage. I don't think it matters. I have so much health. It doesn't matter, my health doesn't go down. That's the active item that I started, by the way. Synergies, every spark hurts you and give you 10 extra. I think that's how it works, right? Right? Because every time I take damage, there's no cooldown on the damage thing, right? Oh my gosh, I already have 1700. I think it works that way. Oh my gosh, okay. It's just I have low, like, grab radius. So it's just really... I had to get better, like, radius. Okay, I'll tell you what. If I find another one of these things, I should not buy it, right? Because, again, I don't care about the health. That's not the problem. The problem is just the radius of not grabbing these. It's going to give us way less items because I can't grab as many. It's really hard for me to grab them. I'm at full health, right? I think I have too many items that give me health. I'm flying. Oh my god, I'm gonna have so... Sorry, I was looking at my sparks. Why am I invincible? Why is my health not going low? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right. 10% boost. 5 energy when I run around. Those things don't matter. On taking damage, 20% chance to ignore it. Cooldown, 50% chance to get 100% luck. I think luck just increases the chance of certain items doing things. On active, gain a boost. Again, I have too many actives. I don't want having more actives. On running, nothing happens. Cooldown, gain some sparks. Okay. 25% boost, but lose health on a non-perfect landing. Cooldown, restore health. Active, spark pickup, restore health. I want more spark range. Close call. Unactive, teleport, no. Close call, 10% boost. On full health, 15% boost. If slower than 80 miles, sure, it doesn't matter. When I start a level, I get 20% boost. On entering fragment, I get energy. On entering fragment, I get health. On perfect landing, I get health. While at full health, 100% luck. 10% boost. Gain to... why is my... I think my feet are... more boost. Close call, get energy. On active, no. On taking damage, 20% chance, sure. I think I'm gonna be immortal. Per point of energy used, restore health, sure. On close call, gain health, luck, sure. I'm still looking for, oh, on spark pickup, gain energy. On run, 100 meters, gain spark. While at full health, 100% luck. Okay, I don't want to take this. Okay, I'm just gonna just because of the spark pickup range, I think it's gonna make things less fun. So I'm taking the initiative of being the only thing I'm not gonna grab because it's gonna give us less money. It's gonna be less fun. So I want to go further. Energy, more max health. Holy, boost per missing health. Sure. On active, close call. Luck, more health, more energy, more energy. On close call, cooldowns. It's faster. No, again, to go faster. All non-perfect landing become perfect landing. And one last one. Come on, range. Boost. Restore health. Close call. Okay. I'm still looking for ways to get more shards, is my problem. Okay, let's go this way, and then I have my... Oh, no, wait, let's go this way. And then we'll have the final shop over here. Okay. We have 1,000 health. Alright, let's see how fast we feel now. This is an elite. It's gonna be crazy as an elite. Holy. Oh my gosh. I'm so fast. Oh my gosh. Holy shit. I can't. Oh my god. I have no idea why I'm permanently in. Oh, it's because I have 100% luck. I'm literally invincible. Because I have 100% luck. Oh, I missed it? That's a thing? You can miss it? I didn't know you could miss it. Okay. I still got an S. None of these are important. Sure, this one. Okay. I have 3,400 sparks. Why? Alright, more boost. More boost. Energy, useless. Health, useless. Health, useless. Luck. Boost. Boost. Energy. Useless. Health, useless. Luck, useless. Energy. Spark, luck. On active, whatever. Energy, more health, boost. Active, close call, boost, luck. Health, energy, energy. Cooldown. On non-perfect landing. Boost. 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 Health, health. Alright. We still have one more shop to go through as well. Jesus. Sorry, I can't. Trying to grab as many sparks as I can. Oh my gosh. Okay. No, I missed it again. No, I lost the health. Wait, I keep the sparks though. So we'll get more sparks. That's perfect. Okay, so that's actually good. I should die. I got a bad. I hit a wall. Wait, what is that sound? Are you hearing that? What is that sound? Is it because I'm going too fast? Okay, so if I want to maximize, then I... Look at all this thing. What is going on? Oh my god. Wait, okay, I need to die, I need to die, I need to die, I need to die. Okay. Okay, I have to make sure I don't miss the teleporter though. We have to be careful with that. I have to make sure I don't die too, but... Okay, don't miss it. Okay, cool. You see, to not see the item stack when you get a copy of one already. Yeah, exactly. Okay, oh my gosh! Look at how many spikes I have! Oh, we're gonna crash the game. We're totally gonna crash the game. Also, I want to get as many actives as possible, because I might then stop having active spawn. Oh my gosh, I totally didn't think this through. Look, I have so many actives, but I can't use them. I haven't gotten the one where I can... There you go! Big spark magnet. That's what I've been looking for this entire time. I want 1,000,000 of those. They don't know what to do. They did not think of this. They totally they did not think of this at all. Are the items even here? Do you think they're still registering that I'm buying those? Look, yes, I got another magnet. Hopefully it registers. The magnet is all that matters because oh my gosh, the amount of stuff we can do with that magnet. Look, you can see some of those items are like look at this right there. Like it just does not know what to do. Also, this is the boss that we're fighting right now, so things are gonna be a little different. Oh my god! Wow. That is funny. Do you think it's gonna crash? Do you think I'm gonna crash? Well, I hope I can beat the boss, is my problem. Because I'm worried I'm gonna go too far. Don't crash. Can I go through it? No, I can't. Can I go above it? Oh, I can. Nice. Okay, don't go too far. Don't go too far. Don't go too far. No! No! I went through the wall! I went through the wall! No! No! I went through the freaking wall! I went through the No! What? Oh my god, you have got to be kidding me. On close call. That's rough. Oh my god, that was insane. I can't believe it. What the frick is that? Why are you so big? Wait, why am I so small? Wait a minute. Wait. No. No, we're fine, right? I'm not small. No, okay. I don't know. I don't know if I bugged out the game or not. That was very entertaining. Wow. Okay, well. Now we know. Okay, well. Who want to talk to me? You want to talk to me. Shopkeeper. Shopkeeper is like, hey, do you think I should up my prices? I feel like I should, I don't know, my business has been going pretty bad recently. Still some things to unlock. I kind of wish I would know how to unlock them, though, because, you know, tell me things, game. Tell me more things to do. What's up, Captain? Again, we just earned like 400. This is what we earned right now. Look how expensive these things are, and they're for tiny little upgrades. Final world. I'm not gonna show it to you. Oh, what the frick? Okay, well, sorry. I'm not doing it. Well, that's probably gonna be it for me. This was really fun. I have to record footage for the rant. Why? Karma. Why did I just unlock that? I have no idea. But yeah. That's gonna be it for me. I hope you guys had a good time. This was very fun. Did I unlock something? Oh wait, I got an achievement, didn't I? Right? I mean, I cheated, but I still got an achievement, right? I'm curious to what you have happen if you went on the boss, because if you run on it, close call item get constantly triggered. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I was going to do a lot more experimentation if I didn't phase through the frickin' wall. Through the ground. I wanted to try so many things with the boss, but oh well. Well, hey, you can do it yourself. It's very easy, as you saw. Not easy, not hard to do. Obviously very broken, but the game was not expected to be able to do that. Yeah, I still think they should let us play with more of these items. I mean, you saw, like, it even took me a while to get the magnet, right? So there's a lot of items, and I just think it's a shame you don't get to play with them enough. Well, I'm glad that even though I wasn't sure about the infinite one, I just don't like the way the infinite one is. Yeah, just having just be every 10 you get a freaking thing. What is it I'm looking for? I'm looking for Task Manager. I want to see something. Yeah, no, I won't forget to reset my settings. Get an extra... The difficulty increases over time. Get an extra level... Life every 5 levels. I mean... Interesting. Just want to see something. Like, what does my computer say right now if I do this? I don't know. Oh, it's pink! It's all pink. I will go to the end of the world! Oh. Alright, buddy. This is gonna be it for me. Thank you all for joining me. This was a very enjoyable time. And I'll be back... No, actually, I'm not too sure. Sometime this week. But I will keep you all posted. Probably doing some Gungeon, maybe during the day at one point. Continuing my Deathless. Achievement. Thank you. Achievement, yes. I had 1 achievement. I have, like, nothing to buy. Oh, that's because it's about 100. I mean, I can unlock more stuff by getting a bunch of these things, but I don't even know if it's worth it. Maybe I just get a 2%er. I'm just gonna get a 2%er. Boop. There you go. Alright. That's gonna be it. Thank you again, and I will see you all very soon. Bye-bye!